Hi, my name's Tom Dutta, and I'm a Canadian author of a book called The Way of the Quiet Warrior, and this is our Book Buzz video series. We're doing a series of uncut raw videos that are promoting up until July the 4th the release of my book. Well, I'm down here in a beautiful part of British Columbia, Canada. I live not far from here, and this place is called Horseshoe Bay. You can probably see some spectacular scenery behind me, and well, what is Horseshoe Bay? Let me tell you a little bit about that first before we get into it. Horseshoe Bay is a bay that is shaped like a horseshoe. And British Columbia, Canada is an amazing place. Not far from here is downtown Vancouver, and that is a major metropolitan world-class city that we have. But we're surrounded by water. You can take the British Columbia ferry system, and if you look in the background there, you might see one of our world-class ferries. These are vessels that are built in Germany and internationally. There are 300-400 car ferries, and well, you can see that one is starting to leave now in the background. In about 35 to 40 minutes, it takes you over to Vancouver Island. Well, the island is basically a series of islands. Victoria is one of the most popular ones, Nanaimo as well. And our Parliament buildings, it has a British influence over on the island. You have the Fairmont Hotel. You can do some amazing things tourist-wise down there. Also, the Americans come up by ferry from Seattle, Washington. But why am I telling you all that? Well, I'm standing here, and in about 40 minutes I'm picking up my wife's sister and my brother-in-law. Unfortunately, they're coming over for a pretty tough reason. Her father is in palliative care in the care home right now, sleeping on oxygen, and probably may not wake up again or only has a few hours or days to live. It is December the 17th, and so I'm shooting this video in honor of my father-in-law, Ascenzo Romanelli, and also in love for my wife. So down here, my friends will arrive soon, but let me just tell you about some amazing experiences we've had down in Victoria, across on the islands here. Well, when we were younger, we used to take the ferry over with my parents and go down and do a tour of the waterfront. You can take one of those horse and buggies and do a tour of the town. Amazing scenery down there, the Wax Museum, you've got world-class hotels, and it's surrounded by water. You can also get in a plane and fly back to the mainland. Just had some incredible memories down there. I remember my mom used to love going there. There's a place called Butchart Gardens. If you haven't heard about it, it's a world-class botanical gardens. You have every kind of flower and rose and tree, and there's weddings. They shoot pictures there, and it's like stepping back in time, like you're in Japan or you're in parts of Europe. Absolutely spectacular. Butchart Gardens, I highly recommend it. Now, as we got older, my parents would take us over there, but then I started making the trip with friends and family. In business, I'm a business executive. I run a company called KRE-AT. It's a leadership development firm that you've come to know. And well, The Way of the Quiet Warrior, my book, is all about my life and about leadership. And we really teach people how to live a fulfilled life, create action, and create that life they desire. But I've taken clients down to Vancouver Island. We've had some amazing dinners and experiences down there. There's some great golf courses, lots of greenery as well. As we got older, my kids started growing, and well, we used to travel a lot over the island to see Anna's sister. Some great memories. I remember one time taking her father. It's a funny story. He's a traditional old Italian, and he makes his own wine. He's got his own garden here on the mainland. But we'd get in the car, and he wouldn't want to travel much, but we took him over a few times. And I remember once he and I filled a wine bottle with wine and put a paper bag around it, and he talked me into taking it on the ferry. We're sitting there on the top deck in the cafeteria with hundreds of people, and we're pouring wine in these plastic cups and trying to hide it, and you can smell it. And we're having a great time, and he was just so funny and innocent. It's one of the great memories of him going over there. Let me also tell you that my experiences lately with my wife, we've gone over to Vancouver Island, particularly Victoria, where the Parliament buildings are. That's our government locally here. Beautiful British influence. We've gone for afternoon tea or high tea at the Fairmont. And just recently we went over to Abigail's Inn, an amazing place. It was like stepping back into Fawlty Towers in Britain, this 5-star little gem. We'll go back there again. Well, let me stop with all the amazing fun stories and just tell you why I shared that with you. Just think about the fact that we have a choice to focus on memories that are joyful to create a happier life and outcome. Or we can focus on painful memories like Anna's dad in the palliative care ready to pass. Think about when I started the video off, how you felt. What feelings did you have when I started talking about him lying on his maybe deathbed? And then as I went into the other stories. You see, our subconscious minds have a data bank, and all we need is within us, and we can change the way we feel. And sometimes I've heard Tony Robbins say we can change our state and create a better outcome. And reality is most human beings spend 75% of their time thinking about negativity. We can learn a skill and learn to manifest out of our subconscious minds. We can manifest happiness. I teach business leaders how to manifest success in their businesses using this skill that only a few people really learn how to use. And well, I learned it about 10 years ago when I took my hero's journey and changed my life. So I'm going to sign off now, everybody, and this is again the quick Buzz the Book tour from beautiful Horseshoe Bay. This is on the North Shore of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I'm going to sign off, and we'll be broadcasting again at another surprise location very soon. And in honor of Anna's dad, have a great day. Thank you.